Point Loma. San Diego Oasis is a local nonprofit organization that is helping seniors in a variety of ways. Here to share how that organization is doing its thing is the founder and president, Simona Valanciute. Simona, do I have that last name right?
Beautiful job. Thank you so much.
Well, even a blind squirrel. Hey, Simona, tell us about your organization.
San Diego Oasis has been around for 40 years, and our goal is to help seniors stay vibrant and healthy and engaged. We also work with low-income children to help them become confident readers and writers and successful in life. But here today, I'm really thinking about how we stay healthy and embrace 2022 as we age.
All right, well, I guess I fall into that category, and I love the cut line number one, get enough sleep. You're talking to a morning show host now, Simona. So how do I get enough sleep?
Well, we know that sleep is tremendously important to your overall health. And one tip I can give you right off the bat is avoid taking long naps to make sure that you have lots of physical activity, you tire yourself out, and you get ready for bed, whenever that bedtime is. So you don't think of just, I'm gonna roll into bed and get enough sleep. You really wanna be intentional about how you prepare for a restful at least 7 hours. Even as we age, sometimes people say, well, I don't need as much sleep. Sleep experts do recommend that we aim for 7 hours every night. So maybe we don't drink coffee and alcohol, and we prepare, we read for that long 7 hours. And naps are good, just not too long during the day.
I mean, isn't that the truth, though? When we were in high school, you could sleep until, you could sleep 12, 13, 14 hours, and you slept like the dead. Now, it seems like as you get older, there's just more things you're responsible for, and you just find you get 4 or 5 hours, you consider that a win, and that's not enough, huh?
Not enough. Definitely. Aim for 7 is the expert advice.
Aim for 7, and if you can get 8, great. All right, let's talk about nutrition then.
Eating well and staying hydrated, of course, is one way to prepare yourself to be healthy. As we think about all the awful diseases that are common as we age, such as Alzheimer's and dementias, eating well and staying hydrated is a key part of keeping your body strong. So maybe you want to sparkle water, maybe you want still water, maybe you want some green tea, but staying hydrated and avoiding lots of prepackaged foods, which let's be honest, right now we're surrounded by sugar, lots of things made with butter.
Oh yeah.
They are all delicious, then there's snacks all over the place that are probably prepackaged with all the extra stuff we actually don't need. So we just, again, want to be intentional about taking care of our health as we prepare for the next year.
All right, so sleep is something we can control. Eating and hydrated are things we can control, but a lot of folks are just alone. Isolation would seem to be like, how do you deal with that? Because that's not something you can control. If you lose your family or access to your family, that's just something that's kind of thrust upon you, and you find yourself isolated from the world.
You know, you're spot on. Social isolation has been labeled the silent killer. And it's particularly poignant for older adults, for seniors. So this pandemic maybe made all of us more aware of just how difficult social isolation and being alone and being at home is, but it's particularly excruciating for the mental and the cognitive and the physical health of seniors. So how do we stay social? We want to be around positive people. We need to maybe be a little bit more proactive to find a new group of friends and connect with them. Oasis is all about connection. So anytime you walk into a virtual class or a physical class or a hybrid class, we are there to welcome you and surround you with people who are very interesting, very intellectually curious, and they want to be engaged. That's really the bottom line of Oasis. We want you to stay healthy and engaged. So if you walk into a class, 3,000 options are awaiting you.
So basically you're saying stay ambulatory, be it your body or be it your mind, use it or lose it kind of thing, right?
Absolutely. You want to take care of that gray matter. You want stimulation as we age. We need it at every age, but with age, again, lose it or use it. So we want to use it.
Especially for all those of us we don't start with a lot to begin with. So we have to protect what we have. All right, so for people who want to become part of this, how do they find you?
That's the easy part. SanDiegoOasis.org. We are a nonprofit organization, and our purpose is keeping seniors healthy, keeping them engaged and vibrant by stimulating their health in a physical way, stimulating their health in an intellectual stimulation way, and then also finding a meaningful purpose. We work with a lot of seniors who volunteer. That's also a key part of staying vibrant, engaged, is to have a mission, to be involved, to do something meaningful.
Hey, and as we wrap this up, is this one of the pluses of the pandemic, if there can be such thing? You know, we always dismiss the older population not being very tech savvy. That watching my parents with a remote control was always good for a laugh or two. But in the pandemic, are people becoming, especially older folks like myself, are we becoming more tech savvy because we simply have to?
Correct. So here's one thing about seniors and technology. We're definitely all becoming Zoom savvy and technology savvy because we need that connection. That sometimes is only virtual. So we're on a good path. But one thing to remember about seniors, yes, we need more hand holding and more training in the beginning. But once we master something, you would be surprised to know that seniors are one of the most loyal technologists once they master something.
Well, on that positive note, we will call it a conversation. Thank you for making time for Good Morning San Diego, and I'm sure we'll talk again in the new year.
Thank you very much. Stay healthy. Take those naps, short ones.
No, you don't have to tell me that. It's a struggle just to stay awake past 11 o'clock in the morning before my first snooze. Simona,